short while ago, Broncos wide receiver Jeudy was walking by, and Steve called out to him. And he got a different reaction.
I called out to him because on my podcast, Cut to It, I just talked about guys that maybe have not showed up in a way or in a manner. And so the word that I've used to describe him in the past was a jag, just a guy.
Just a guy.
And so when I saw him, he's playing well. I wanted to say to him face to face, like, hey, I know I said some things in the past I probably shouldn't have, and I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say to him. His response, Mike Robb and Bucky, was ninja.
Ninja.
Yes, I'm using the word ninja. I'm just using the word ninja. I don't mess with you. And it was a curse word. And so I was like, all right. And then he repeated it. So I'll say it again. I'm sorry that I said you were a jag, just a guy who's an average wide receiver they use a first-round pick on, that isn't doing anything. I hope today that you actually show up in a way that you haven't showed up in the last couple of years since they drafted you. So if you ever got a problem with Agent 89, I'm sorry for saying that you're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on. And when teams call me and asking, should they trade for you, I will say no, don't trade for Jeudy because he's mentally unable to handle constructive criticism from people who watch specifically, can he be a wide receiver? He could be a wide receiver. He's a tier 3. Go back into the studio.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy, Tony the Savant, back with another one. Hope everybody's having a good to great day. Let me do my intro. Shout out to my cousin Hawk, that's the ambassador. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to my boy Sauce, that's the vice president. Shout out to my boy Paulie Corleone, that's my right-hand man, the consigliere. We Uncle Paulie's Entertainment over here. Shout out to the IOW Sports Network, also the Run It Up Sports Network, that's the extended family. My brother Darian Hopkins, the D Hopkins Show. Make sure y'all go swing by their platforms, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff while you're here, while you're pulling up to the video. And lastly, but not least, for sure, shout out to y'all, the bosses, the people I work for, pulling up to the video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So y'all heard the comments from the legend himself, Steve Smith Sr., going at Jeudy now. These two have had a bit of a back and forth since you heard Steve Smith make his comments on Jeudy pertaining to his game and how he has been a bit of a bust. Look, respectfully, Agent 89 was right on point, man. You know, and unfortunately, today's athlete, like he said, cannot take constructive criticism. Most of them, anyway. You know, you got the guys that can take the criticism. I don't want to put everybody in one box when I say that, but I had no idea who Jeudy was. You know, as far as his personality goes. But he seems to be one of those guys. You know, and most wide receivers are divas, anywho. No knock on y'all, but. You know, he just seems to be one of those guys that can't take criticism. And it's very kudos to Steve Smith Sr. for walking back his comments figuratively. He had some other stuff to say where he wasn't as cordial. I was going to play those, but I want to leave a little bit of, y'all know I like to just do sound bites. Y'all can go check out the full segment or all his comments. If you feel like it, but kudos to Steve Smith for being cordial with the young man, trying to apologize and walk back his comments to a degree. I should word that better. He did not walk back his comment. He tried to explain, you know, in a cordial way why he said what he said to Jeudy, and Jeudy wasn't having it. And that's when he said, forget it. You know, I'm going to keep it $1. You a tier 3 wide receiver. And if anybody's to call me to be a reference for you, which I'm sure, you know, in the NFL that happens quite often, you know, wide receiver dudes, you know, as far as the fraternity of wide receivers, you may have a reference from Steve Smith, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss might get you a spot on the team, you know what I mean? So kudos to, you know, I didn't know. I'm familiar with how the sports fraternity works, but Steve Smith kind of gave a highlight into how that works, that he will not be an endorsement or a reference for Jeudy. And if he does, he's going to tell him that he's a bum, essentially. Now, I do want to look on the other side of the coin because I was going to make a video about Russell Wilson. You know, is Russell Wilson done with? Is he cooked? Have we seen the best of him? I'm starting to believe that Russell Wilson was a good system quarterback, mainly for the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll, the Pete Carroll system that he was able to build for Russell Wilson. So Steve Smith, although, you know, justified in his comments, you know, his criticism of Jerry Jeudy, it's not fair to Jerry Jeudy because he can't throw the ball to himself. And we all know that Russell Wilson has been just atrocious in a Broncos uniform. Everybody tried to blame Nathaniel Hackett last season, the former coach of the Broncos. I believe it was either coordinator, one of the two. Everybody placed the blame on him. He ended up getting fired, and they bring in Sean Payton, who's supposed to be an offensive guru, you know, very famous for his years with the New Orleans Saints and Drew Brees. He's supposed to come in and be the offensive genius, savior of the Denver Broncos, and that has not panned out so far. You know, it's actually it's been what last season was 2.0. You know, Russell Wilson, even when he looks good, it doesn't last long. Thursday Night Football against the Chiefs, the most recent Thursday Night Football game, you know, anytime he had something going on, he would throw a pick or just something would happen. And, you know, Russell Wilson does not seem to be or look like himself for whatever reason. But at the end of the day, Steve Smith's criticism of Jerry Jeudy, I'm not completely in disagreement with, because me as a person that has had Jerry Jeudy on his fantasy football team the past 3 years in a row, I don't know why I keep getting this dude. He's like one of those last picks you end up picking up. I keep end up landing with him, though. And he has not produced anything for me personally, let me say that much. I don't know, like I say, if it's a schematic issue. I don't know how talented Jerry Jeudy is or isn't. But at the end of the day, this beef between him and Steve Smith Sr. has been thoroughly entertaining. And I think that Steve Smith was right on point with some of his comments. Like I say, I gotta only take it with so much salt because, you know, Russell Wilson has been abysmal. I don't think Jerry Jeudy has had an opportunity to play with an elite quarterback as of yet, to showcase his talent and what he is able to do. But, you know, in the football, this is why we love football, man. You know, when a team is losing, there's always multiple reasons. When a team is winning, there's always multiple reasons, and we can just dissect it as we go. But like I said, I got a video coming where we can dissect, we can get surgical with Russell Wilson, see what's going on with this young man. Is it over for Russell Wilson? Have we seen the best of him? And can whatever is happening in Denver, can it be redeemed? Because this is all bad, man. They got 70 put on their head by the Miami Dolphins, and I think they've just been a laughing stock of the NFL ever since. Between them and the Bears, you know, and the Bears have been looking respectable these past few weeks. So, you know, the Broncos got to get it together, but we'll see what happens. Do y'all think Steve Smith was on point with his criticisms? Do y'all think Jerry Jeudy is a bust? Do y'all think it's over for Russell Wilson? You know, it's a very interesting time to be a Denver Bronco or a Denver Bronco fan. But y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Definitely appreciate all the love and the support. You know, my slogan, y'all the bosses. I got to make sure that my work is up to par, up to speed, hit my quotas. And I'm just the dude that love to work. So let me get back to work. Peace.